Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Isaac sn1èp13. Thank you for tuning into my channel kindly. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share. This is the channel where we should talk about issues concerning averting HIV and sexually transmitted infection stigma in our society. And we usually say that being positive about HIV is not necessarily being HIV positive. Thank you. Let's continue empowering our society to avert the issue of stigma and also to be responsible for our own health. Thank you. Now, today we'll not be discussing a new topic. Rather, let me take this opportunity to thank everyone who has been watching this channel, your continued support, subscribing to my channel, and also inviting more people to be able to watch and to learn more about sexually transmitted infection so that we can be able to impact our society with knowledge about HIV and sexually transmitted infections so that we can be able to avert the issue of stigma out of ignorance or lack of knowledge. So I take this opportunity to thank everyone who is watching this channel and who has great support for this channel, for your kind support. And also, I'm inviting you to continue empowering more people. Let more people be able to learn about sexually transmitted infections. Let more people be able to learn about HIV in this channel as we continue learning together and empowering our society to be able to be aware of these sexually transmitted infections and to avert the issue of stigma as we learn about management, prevention, cause, and transmission of these sexually transmitted infections, including HIV. Are we together up to that point? Thank you. Now, in the previous or this current season, that is season 1, we have been able to discuss several sexually transmitted infections. So I'll just give a summary of what we have been able to discuss so that if you have not watched one or two of them, you can be able to go back to my channel and search for these sexually transmitted infections so that you can also be able to learn about these sexually transmitted infections and be able even to build up your knowledge about them so that you can be able to share the same knowledge to your colleagues, to your friends, so that they may be able to avert the issue of stigma about these sexually transmitted infections and they can be able to seek help when necessary. Are we together up to that point? Thank you. To begin with, we started with gonorrhea. We defined what is gonorrhea with a mode of transmission, presentation, diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. We went ahead, we discussed about syphilis, then we discussed about chlamydia, human papilloma virus infection or HPV infection. We discussed about trichomoniasis. We discussed about genital herpes, whereby we discussed herpes simplex virus 1 and herpes simplex virus 2. We also discussed chancroid, candidiasis, Ebola virus infection, pubic lice infestation, Mycoplasma genitalium infection, hepatitis B infection, and these are some of the sexually transmitted infections that we have been able to discuss in this season 1. Now, before we discussed about this season 1, we had discussed other topics, including disclosure of HIV status in child and adolescents living with HIV infection. And also, we discussed about prevention of mother to child HIV transmission. And these are some of the discussions that we have been carrying out in this channel so as to be able to empower our society to avert the issue of stigma concerning HIV and this sexually transmitted infection. Remember, having HIV or having a sexually transmitted infection does not make you less of a human being. It does not make you weaker. Rather, by identifying or by having a diagnosis of this sexually transmitted infection is the first step to seeking a solution. Are we together up to that point? Thank you. So let us continue seeking support. If you think or you feel like you are having any kind of sexually transmitted infection, kindly seek help, because prevention is better than cure. And also, there are some sexually transmitted infection that can be cured. There are others that can be managed, and you can be able to live with them with a healthy lifestyle. Are we together up to that point? Thank you. Before I wind up today, there was something that was raised in my messenger account, which I think it's good for us to be able to discuss. Uh, Someone asked me a question, Daktari, if a man is HIV positive and the lady is HIV negative and they are in a serodiscordant relationship, can a man be able to transmit HIV to the children? And my answer is no. To note that when a HIV negative mother delivers a child, that child is automatically HIV negative. So if the father is HIV positive, the only thing that we encourage is the mother to be able to be started pre-exposure prophylaxis so as to prevent the mother from getting the virus. Remember, there is no direct interaction between a breastfeeding child and the father. So there is no link of transmission. The only person who has the chance to transmit HIV to the breastfeeding child is the mother who is HIV positive. And these are the children whom we start a prophylaxis, or we also call them HIV exposed infants. Are we together up to that point? Thank you. So, thank you. Even if you have any kind of comment, any kind of clarification concerning sexually transmitted infections, drop it in the comment section so that we can be able to address it. Also, we'll be starting our season 2. So watch out for tomorrow as we start a new season, and I'm telling you, it's a hot season. You shall love it. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.